Hello everybody, I am Scuttles, and welcome back for some more Jurassic World Evolution 2 news. Today, as you can probably tell by the little timestamp at the bottom, it is going to be a very short video. I just had a brief moment of speculation earlier about the latest Species Field guide of the Dimorphodon. Yes, that's right folks, we had the first look at the avian flying reptiles for Jurassic World Evolution 2, as well as the newest forum post to go along with it, as they always do. Before this video starts, I would just like to quickly mention that if you are enjoying the content that you're finding here on the channel, if you would consider subscribing, that would actually mean a ton to me, as right now we are currently on the race to try and hit 10,000 subscribers by the time that my birthday rolls around in just about a month or so. It's looking like it's going to be a close one, but if we could just pull this off, then that would be such a huge milestone that I'd just be so very grateful for, and I just wouldn't be able to thank you guys enough. But with that being said, let's move on with the video. In the Species Field guide itself, from what I saw, it didn't look like we really got to see anything new. We just kind of saw a couple B-roll shots of the Dimorphodon flying about and, you know, just kind of like doing its thing out there. When we take a look at the new forum post, however, we can actually find a little bit more information about the creature. The majority of this information does simply go into detail about the backstory and the history of this creature, explaining why it is the way that it is, rather than talking about what all it will bring to the game. But that being said, even though that is the case, they do still mention a couple of features that they will introduce into our parks. They mention that the Dimorphodon is going to be a pretty aggressive creature, one that you will definitely want to make sure you always have comfortable in your parks, or else it will try to break out. And in the case that one of these creatures does break out and go wandering about your park, they will actually go and create territories within your park, perching up on your buildings and decorations, and even attacking some of your guests and other dinos too, which I'm gonna guess is probably something that you don't want. Unless maybe you're at the very end of a park and you're just hoping to see everything break loose and unleash chaos all over your island, which then in that case, I totally get that. But now here's the interesting bit. While they're giving the whole backstory behind Dimorphodon and why it is how it is, they start talking about how this creature has a unique set of teeth which it would use to eat fish and insects, and then they say that this is a diet that they will follow within your parks. And that part right there leads me to believe that this creature will actually bring the introduction of insectivores to Jurassic World Evolution 2. Now this is a little bit of a stretch, seeing as they don't actually confirm anything here. They just mention insects and say that this is a diet that they'll follow. They could just simply be talking about the fish that come right before the insects, or who knows, maybe the insects are included as well. But one way or another, this is just something to at least think about and consider. In terms of just personal speculation, I do actually think that this does have a good shot at making it into the game, seeing as just a little bit before this, Prehistoric Kingdom was all the rage, and they have insectivores with all of their Microraptor enclosures and everything like that. And not saying that Jurassic World Evolution 2 is copying Prehistoric Kingdom, but they could have just seen this incorporated in their game and realized that, hey, that's a pretty good idea, and they could have been inspired to try and incorporate that with their own game, seeing as dinosaur behaviors are something that Frontier has really been trying to push, as they want these creatures to feel more alive and more dynamic than they ever have before. Anyways, with that being said, I would love to know if you guys believe that Jurassic World Evolution 2 could be introducing insectivores, or if perhaps instead I'm just diving in a little bit too deep on a little something too small. But who knows, the only way that we're gonna know for sure is whenever the game is either released or Frontier comes out and tells us, yes, insectivores are now in the game. It'll be one thing to keep track of for sure, just in case it does actually get announced. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.